Welcome, this is Joshua Benoist in Autodesk Product Support. So this is video 1 where we're going to talk about system styles, the out-of-the-box system styles, and where you can get a lot more styles. So let's look at the problem statement from the customer real quick. Okay, so here's the problem statement. Pause this if you need to, and then let's go look at those systems. So, got to make sure that you're using an out-of-the-box template. You know you've got an out-of-the-box template if when you click on the displays here, you see all these various displays. So, let's look at the out-of-the-box systems. We go to the Manage tab, click on the drop-down on Style Manager, and click on HVAC System Definitions. So other than the ribbon, the older versions, AutoCAD MEP 2009, 8, this stuff hasn't really changed much at all. But just the ribbon, the access point to where you get to Style Manager and Systems, that's the main difference between 2009 and 10. So this once you get into Style Manager, the rest of this advice is all the same between the older versions. So here's the out-of-the-box systems in 2010. Let's look at one of these. Let's click on Exhaust. Let's go click on the Design Rules tab. One of the questions that the customer had was about system groups. So let's talk about system groups before I go and show how to add a lot more systems here. So system groups, all you have to do is start typing in there and you can make your own. My own group. Oop. Caps. So anyway, that's how you make your own system groups. Well, what are the system groups and what do they do? System groups say what ducts and pipes and conduits and everything that has a system, so conduits, cable trays, pipes, they all have their own systems, and it's all just like this. You still have system groups. It just says what objects can connect to each other. Now, ductwork, in the older versions, Autodesk Building Systems 2006 and earlier versions, we used to have a bunch of system groups. There was a supply system group, there was a return system group, and you draw a duct, and the purpose of the system groups is so that no two groups can connect into each other. You have to be on this same system group in order to allow the two systems to connect. So if I have a supply low pressure and a supply medium pressure, they were both a supply system group. They could connect to each other, or through a VAV box, through an MV part, but it wouldn't allow you to connect a supply to a return duct. Well, what happens when I need to do a bypass around an air handling unit? My supply side does need to connect ultimately into my return side. Maybe with the damper in the middle. It wouldn't let you. So we found that there are some situations where you do need to connect your duct up to each other. So we decided in 2008 to relax the system groups. For ductwork, it's all just a duct system group. We don't have any other types. So I caution you, if you add system groups, don't go crazy on this, because in the end you do need to be able to connect in some situations one duct up to another duct of a different system group. Piping, system groups make a little bit more sense with piping. Let's talk about that in the next video. So we're running out of time on this one. Thank you very much.